Heidi ho neighbors, Rado here, and welcome back to Dragon Warrior 2. When we last left off, we got Beth to join the party, and in between videos I went and did some level grinding to get Beth up to level 10. And even then, even with 5,000 or 500% frame skip on, it still took me like an hour and a half to grind up that far. But Rado and Gary did get some levels too. Look at info here. As you can see, Gary now has Outside and Heal More, so Heal More is going to be pretty useful. Outside will actually get us out of any dungeon that we're in. Beth's spells now also include Sleep, which obviously puts enemies to sleep. Infernos, which is a wind spell that can attack groups of enemies at a time and is actually very useful. Surround, which puts enemies into daze. Repel, I don't know what that does. Defense, obviously, beefs up the defense for the party. Now, the next place we're going to be headed is the Tower of Wind. And the Tower of Wind, well, it's a far ways off. Actually, I need to sell some stuff. I did forget to stock up on items. So actually, I'm going to go back to town and do that real quick while we're still here. But this is Infernos in action. As you can see, it destroys everything. Hooray. Alright, let's actually head back into the town so I can sell all this stuff. I actually meant to do this off-screen, but I forgot. So what better time than the present? The Tower of Wind is actually quite a ways away, and this is sort of a take-two because... look how much gold I ground up to. This is kind of a take-two because I didn't know where I was going. I was just kind of looking at general directions, but I actually have a map out in front of me now, so I know where I'm going. I'm not looking at a map of the dungeon or anything. I'm just, you know, looking at a map to get to the dungeon. That's all I really care about. Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna buy some herbs and stuff for Beth to hold on to, because that stuff is going to be very important. I assume it's going to be very important. You know, healing is never a bad thing to do. Now, the way that I'm basically going to strategize at this point, even though they both know Heal More, Beth is more useful right now using Infernos to do damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have Gary act as a healer, using Heal and Antidote, because he's the only one that knows Antidote. So if we get poisoned, I don't want him to have used all of his MP on Fireball. Beth can just be a backup healer right now, and she can just focus on dealing damage to enemies. Because that's basically the way she's going to be dealing damage to enemies, is through spells. Like I said before, she is very much a magic class character. She is not physically strong at all, and she cannot really equip much as far as equipment goes. I'm going to go ahead down here and buy some herbs and things, because even though we can only buy one at a time, which is going to be annoying, I'm going to buy 5 herbs for her. 3... Yeah, I can't. That's 4. I'll just do 4 herbs. And a couple more antidotes. We still want to have room for actual items to gather in the dungeons and stuff, because there will be stuff that we want. Namely, the Cape of Wind is the main thing we're looking for. I basically have to head kind of in the direction of Moonbrook, but not really. Basically, we're going to be passing a bit where we found the Lar Mirror. And I have to use an older map which has stuff that's called different stuff, because for whatever reason on GameFAQs there is not a world map that, for the Game Boy Color version. It's a world map for the NES version. And for some stupid reason, everything has different names. I don't know why it is, but everything has different names, and it took me a minute to figure out that Hamlin was called Moon Peta in, or Moon Peta or something like that in the NES version. So why they drastically changed the names like that is beyond me. Maybe it's... I guess they're trying to make it more... more like the original Japanese translation or something, but... I don't know. It's confusing enough as it is. Got a crit on the armor peed there. That's not too bad. But apparently they've been doing that quite a bit whenever they've localized remakes and stuff like that. Even nowadays, I mean, this was like my introduction to the Dragon Warrior games was Dragon Warrior on the NES, but I didn't really understand it much. The only other games I've really been playing have been remakes, and my first time with Dragon Warrior 4 was when I played Dragon Quest 4 on the DS. And a friend of mine who also got Dragon Quest 4 on the DS, because Dragon Quest 4 is like his favorite game of all time, he mentioned that all of the NES, the names in the NES version were different. Like, there were some that were the same, but like all of the names were changed for whatever reason. And also, also oddly enough, in the, let's see here, let me just do a quick check, see where I need to be. I think we can go up here past, this is where we found the Lar mirror. Okay, we can't go up past that. Oh yeah, we can. We just have to go around this way. And we're blocked, okay. I've been going the wrong way this whole time, and I am inept at reading maps. As it turns out, I was going the right way the first time. And I don't know my way around, so obviously I'm going to use return. Screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. That's what this is for. This is casting return. Because I went the wrong way the whole time. And this is very annoying. Okay, so this is actually the way we were meant to go the first time. This is the way I went the first time. And I kind of found my way on some kind of convoluted path that didn't look like it was going the right way, so I decided to stop, look up a map, and then try again. And lo and behold, I was going the right way the whole time. It was just some weird, stupid way, and I am annoyed. However, I do still like this game more than Zelda 2. So, you know, it's just a, you know, a road bump, a speed bump, or whatever like that. We're still gonna make it. I'm just gonna get fed up with recording for tonight after this. I'll probably just record tomorrow's Baldur's Gate after I'm done with work at like 10 o'clock at night, even though I normally don't do that because I'm tired at 10 o'clock at night. Especially after working at Major Game Retailer Incorporated. As you can tell, as you could probably imagine, having a retail job that deals with video games is particularly stressful. And yet everyone still wants to work there. Aw, bless them. The main reason I'm working here is because I needed a job, and I knew people who were, you know, I knew people in the company, so I was able to, you know, get my foot in the door. So that's the only reason I did it. Everyone else just wants to do it because they like video games. Well, let's hope you get overly excited for Random First-Person Shooter 12, because that's the only game that they really like to promote. I'm like the odd man out. Like whenever I go to a major, like I go to midnight launches and stuff, because you know I hang out with people, maybe people I know getting the major games, but like I'm always like getting something else. Like when everyone was getting, I think it was Tomb Raider, about a month ago, everyone was getting Tomb Raider. It was Slot Token. Everyone was getting Tomb Raider. I was getting Castlevania on the 3DS. I know that there was something that released on the 19th. It was Gears of War Judgment. Everyone was getting Gears of War Judgment. I was the only one in the store getting Monster Hunter. Everyone's going to be getting Injustice on the 16th. I'm going to be getting Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. So yeah, Call of Duty. I actually wasn't planning on going to the Call of Duty Midnight. It wasn't last year. It was the year before Modern Warfare 3 came out. I wasn't planning on going to that because I knew how busy it was going to be. And, you know, I don't play Call of Duty. But they actually called me into work the midnight. I normally don't work midnights much. I mean, I can. But I'm usually not scheduled for them, so, you know, I don't normally think too much about it. But apparently it was one of the big head honchos was there, and they said they wanted more people to work, so they called me in, and I worked the midnight, and I picked up my copy of Cave Story 3D. I was the only one not getting Call of Duty that night. But yeah, that's just how it always is. I mean, there are exceptions. Like I went to Skyrim and I got the Skyrim when I got Skyrim. I went to the Mass Effect 3 when I got Mass Effect 3. But for the most part, whenever I go to midnight launches, I'm always getting like something absolutely completely different that nobody else is getting, and it's hilarious. At least I think it's hilarious. It's probably not. I have a weird sense of humor sometimes. Like, and then of course, like, you know, everyone who's getting the game is like the hardcore, like, we're fans of this, like, first-person shooter 12, so they're like, and I mean, they know me because I work at the store too, and they're like, man, Patrick, why aren't you getting this game? You're not getting this game? What? And it's not that I think that they're going to be bad games, it's just I'm not really interested in them, so I don't get them. Yep, all of our MP is gone. Mainly because I didn't stop off and rest at the town after our cast return, but we'll persevere. Gary still has plenty of magic, so we can heal ourselves if need be. I'm actually going to go ahead and stop casting for now, because I need to see how much. I don't think Infernos cost too much to cast. But yeah, I can double check to see what the casting cost is. I don't think it'll check. I don't think it'll give me. Actually, I would have to check it during battle, wouldn't I? All right, let's check. Let's see how much it. 4. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. That's 4 magic points per turn that I'm using on Infernos. I mean, it's a great spell, but very useful, especially for the amount of magic. But yeah. Alright, we're here. Convoluted map. Ooh. Alrighty. So this is the Tower of Wind, or the Wind Tower, depending on what you want to call it. It's probably called just the Wind Tower, because they like to simplify the names a bit, I guess, in this one. And there's just, oh, zombies and sorcerers, yay. We'll just have Beth attack the weaker one. But we're going to get some pretty cool goodies in here. Let me go ahead and put the tablet off right now. Because we don't really need it anymore. We found our destination. I should probably have that map up as much as I can. I just gotta, you know, I need to know what each area is meant to be called in the NES version first, I guess. That way I'm not going to be as confused when I look at it. I had to look at, like, landmarks and stuff to find out that Hamlin was called Moon Pita or something like that. Why don't they just call it Hamlin in the other version? Or what kind of a name is Moon Pita? It's like a lunar variation of animal rights activists. There's an herb in there. Well, Gary's getting the herb. That means we're already full up on items in Rado's inventory. That's pretty kick-ass music, though, I will say. It's pretty much when we get to the 5th floor is when we're going to start finding is when we start seeing the path split going to goodies. A phantom. Alright, let's start using casting again. Oh, they're not going to be affected by wind, are they? That's going to put a damper on my plans. And by plans, I mean, you know, clearing this battle fairly easily. That's alright, though. Just, you know, mental note. Smoke is not affected by wind spells. Okay. So that's that. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. And when we return, the Wind Tower. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time Join me, won't you?